Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Kirsten and I headed east via the scenic Franschhoek Pass into the Overberg coastal region to the incredible De Hoop Nature Reserve, 3 hours drive from Cape Town. There we would spend 4 days exploring the mountain biking and hiking trails in the reserve amongst some of the largest herds of eland and antelope in the Cape region. De Hoop Nature Reserve is a World Heritage Site of 34,000 hectares, including a 3 nautical mile protected marine reserve along its coastline. It's one of the largest areas managed by Cape Nature and one of the few reserves to boast such a large diversity of bird life, marine and land animals situated on the picturesque natural Sotrafia river mouth. Franschhoek Pass is always a favorite, and it gave us easy access to the historical Vandestels Pass gravel road leading to Bot River and Caledon on the N2. We then took the R316 to Bredasdorp and then the O-Class gravel road for 33 kilometers to the reserve turnoff. First up, we wanted to do the short 3-kilometer hike already available on the Tracks4Africa guide app. The circular route follows a path along the Vlei and back to reception. We had the most spectacular afternoon light and an exciting Cape Mountain zebra encounter. De Hoop has over 40 Cape Mountain zebra and an impressive number of more than 200 eland on the reserve. With the Tracks4Africa guide app open and your phone's location switched on, you can easily see the pink arrow indicating your position.
A visit to the De Hoop collection is really an experience in nature. One should not come here and expect Wi-Fi at the accommodation. It is available, but in the public areas, only in the restaurant and reception area. The whole idea is to come here and escape the hustle and the bustle of the city and really get out in nature. Even if you're not an avid outdoor enthusiast, just a gentle walk through the reserve or along the estuary is just incredibly peaceful and real food for the soul.
There are 3 marked mountain biking routes starting and ending at the De Hoop reception. They are natural paths and very rocky in places. Route number 1 is the rockiest and most technical trail. Route 2 is all gravel roads and the easiest on the reserve. Route 3 is a mix of the main gravel roads and a 6-kilometer moderately rocky track through the Fynbos, joining the brick road to Koppie Alleen and the white sand dunes. Good morning from the most beautiful De Hoop Nature Reserve in the Overberg coastline. This morning I'm going to be taking one of the mountain bike routes, route number 1, which is a 12-kilometer route that runs along the Vlei and comes back through the Fynbos and back up to the restaurant. It's a very easy cycle. It's all just normal single track path. Like a lot of these nature reserves, when we say it's mountain bike trails, it is not a dedicated, manicured, groomed mountain bike single track with berms and jumps and features like that. These are single track paths cut through the wilderness that you can walk on and cycle on, although these ones are dedicated to mountain biking and to cycling. None of these routes are actually on Tracks4Africa. I'm going to be recording route number 1 and 2 and 3 over the next 4 days, and we will be loading that data onto Tracks4Africa so that these mountain bike routes will be available for future users of Tracks4Africa. It will appear on the Tracks4Africa GPS maps, and it will appear on the Tracks4Africa guide app as well. The herd of zebra just crossed in front of my path, but of course not being able to get the camera out in time. They're right over there watching me now. And now there's a small herd of eland I've just passed, and about 6 ostrich. So there is a lot of game on these trails, and always amazing to ride around and have big game crossing in front of you. Most of route number 3 is gravel road and this brick road going back, but there's a long section of about 6 kilometers or so that goes just through the fynbos, and that's absolutely amazing. It's a bit rocky in places, similar to route number 1, but it's okay, you know, you just need to watch where you're pedaling and it's all good. What a fantastic ride this morning. I did the 18-kilometer route, so 3/4 of the trail is on main gravel roads. But what a stunning ride. I didn't see a lot of game like I usually do on some of the other rides we've done here. I've done all 3 routes and recorded them. That data will now be submitted to Tracks4Africa. In the next edition, it will be available on the guide app and on the GPS maps as well. So for future users of Tracks4Africa, you will be able to find those particular mountain bike trails in these areas as you will the hiking trail. On the coastline, in the marine section of the reserve, is an expanse of incredible white sand dunes at Koppielein. Day 5 and the final day of the well-known Whale Trail, starting at Potberg at Cape Infanta and running along the coast to De Hoop Nature Reserve. A permit is required to do the Whale Trail, but visitors walking from the De Hoop side can walk along the beach for a few kilometers before heading back to the Bites Beach Cafe at Koppielein.
Sadly, we've come to the end of our 3-day stay at De Hoop. As usual, it's been absolutely fantastic. It really is the perfect combination of nature, style, comfort, and many wildlife encounters. It's a beautiful day, as you can see. Craig has had the opportunity to do a lot of riding and recording of trails for Tracks4Africa. Our first day was spent doing the short red route, which is about 3 kilometers along the estuary, which was such a lovely introduction to our stay. And unfortunately, we have to head off in the next hour or so once we are packed up. And all I can say about De Hoop is every time we have been here, we've had a glorious time. Really, this is such a beautiful location in the Overberg, and it is 36,000 hectares of absolute pristine beauty, and we can't wait for our next day.
The Hoop Nature Reserve is definitely a very, very special location, and we're glad to have shared this with you. And join us on our next adventures. We are going to be taking you up the garden route, so have a look at the trailer coming up. This is some of the highlights of where we're going next. Join us in the next exciting episode as we take our Jimny through the 3 most sought-after Cape adventure routes, combining them into one mega route, including the Attequas Kloof, Gamkas Kloof, and the incredible Baviaans Kloof.